one piece of advice I gave Clara, let me know what you think about this, is to like, Clara's like, all right, I'm a software engineer, senior developer. I'm going to learn all these skills about AI machine learning to then apply for these jobs. And the advice I gave was work backwards. Like, go and talk to some recruiters in LA and ask them, what are employers looking for in an AI engineering role? What are their main requirements? What boxes do I need to check for you to be able to get me a job? Um, and then learn those things. And you kind of hit two birds with one stone there. You narrow down your learning scope, and you can focus more deeply on those things. And also, you get like, speaking of in-person networking, you get in front of these recruiters who then now know that you already have a great background. You just need to touch up on a few things. It'll take you a couple of months, and then you can reach back out to them and say, I'm ready. And it's in the recruiter's best interest to place the best candidates, because they get paid a commission for that. So like, it's a win-win. You don't have to go looking for jobs, and then these recruiters can, as long as they're like, they have trust in you that you have check those boxes, they can go and help you get those jobs. So, like, it kind of seems obvious, but sometimes we don't stop to think. We just learn everything under the sun, or whatever the hottest thing is we think that is going to help us. But really working backwards, especially in your area, what companies might be looking for in LA could be different what they're looking for in Montreal, or could be different to what they're looking for in Berlin. Maybe because of the industry that's dominating that space, or maybe because of the cultural aspects, or what the where technology is heading, or trends, local trends. I think there is a lot of benefit to working backwards that way.
100%. There's really interesting. I mean, you can kind of get, there's lots of different websites that kind of give breakdowns of like what skills in an area. Like I know LinkedIn has done surveys, and I've talked about those on air recently. I don't know how quickly I'd be able to find. Oh yeah, episode 856. I talked about how AI engineer is the fastest growing job of 2024, and it was everything in that episode is from LinkedIn surveys done all across the world, and it's there's interesting trends. Like AI researcher is a particularly popular role in San Francisco, where there's lots of frontier labs, whereas something like AI consultant is very popular in New York, where there's fewer places that are working at the cutting edge of developing LLMs, and more places that are working with clients to make a big impact with those models. And so you're exactly right. There's definitely
Mm.
regional variation. And then also, of course, there's variation by industry. There's like, if you want to be working in the healthcare sector or the finance sector, there's different tools. Maybe if you're working in finance, you need
Yeah,
to figure out some way of doing all this stuff on a Windows
yeah.
computer.
And Australia is probably like more heavy industry focused, like mining and things like that, and agriculture.
Right, right,
Yeah,
right, right.
really depends. A cool website that one of our members recommended, thank you, Ricky Singh, for recommending this to me recently, is called Hiring.cafe. Recommend checking it out. I was surprised at it's like an aggregator of jobs. You can filter by location, job titles, and things like that. And yeah, it's kind of very raw type of layout, user interface. It's not one of those fancy websites like, I don't know, Indeed or Seek. It's very accessible, and they do a fantastic job at aggregating all the jobs. So anybody looking for roles, or even just to get information on roles in your local area or wherever, like that, the skills are required, I recommend checking out hiring.cafe.
Cool. Thanks for that tip.